Imagine this. You wake up tomorrow morning feeling truly rested. Your energy is steady all day long, and you're not reaching for any sugar or caffeine to get you through the afternoon. Sound amazing, right? Now let's flip that script. Does this sound more like your reality? You hit snooze 3 times. You're groggy, you're not even hungry for breakfast, and by mid-afternoon, you're crashing hard, desperate for another cup of coffee or that quick sugar fix. Let me help you understand what is happening in your body when stress takes over, how cortisol and glucose are supposed to work together, and what goes wrong when they don't. Most importantly, I'm going to share simple, actionable steps so you can take them to start feeling better. Cortisol is often referred to as the stress hormone, but it's much more than that. It truly is a vital hormone that your body needs to function properly. It's produced by your adrenal glands, which sit on top of your kidneys. So there's some roles of cortisol. Let's start with number 1, regulating energy levels. Cortisol helps manage how your body uses energy. It ensures that your blood sugar, your glucose, stays stable by signaling your liver to release glucose into your bloodstream when your body needs more energy. Just like during times of stress when you haven't eaten for a while. This is essential for keeping your brain and muscles fueled. Number 2 is the stress response that it does. It helps with a fight or flight. When you encounter stress, whether it's physical, mental, or emotional, cortisol is released to help you respond to that stress. It increases your heart rate, raises your blood sugar, and suppresses non-essential functions like your digestive system or even your immune system to focus on all energy on immediate survival. Think of this as your body's built-in alarm system. Then you have the circadian rhythm. This is your daily hormone cycle. Cortisol flows in a natural rhythm throughout your body. It peaks in the morning to help you wake up and feel alert, and then it gradually declines throughout the day. It's at its lowest at night to help you wind down and sleep. And this rhythm helps your body stay in sync with your daily activities. So if your cortisol level is low at night and spiking up in the afternoon, you might find that you have some insomnia or unable to sleep. Oftentimes this happens, or you'll know it happens, if you have a second wind in the afternoon. Then there's the inflammation control. Cortisol has an anti-inflammatory effect. It helps to regulate your immune system, preventing it from overreacting to minor threats and causing unnecessary inflammation. It also helps with blood pressure regulation. Cortisol helps to maintain proper blood pressure levels, ensuring that your cardiovascular system is working efficiently, especially during times of stress. Cortisol isn't always the villain that we think it is. It gets this bad reputation because it's associated with stress, but it's important to understand that cortisol isn't inherently bad. In fact, it's critical for our survival, just like we've talked about. The problem arises is when cortisol is consistently elevated due to chronic stress, poor sleep, and other factors such as maybe not getting enough food in for the day, not enough nutrition. When this happens, it can disrupt your sleep-awake cycles. It can cause these blood sugar imbalances, and it can lead to weight gain, especially around your lower abdomen. It can also contribute to fatigue, mood swings, and other health issues. So what does cortisol feel like in the body? Well, when it's balanced, you can wake up feeling energized, refreshed, and you can handle stressors without crashing, and you seem to feel calm at bedtime. But when it's dysregulated, you might feel wired but tired, experience sugar cravings, have trouble falling asleep, or even waking up in the middle of the night. So how do cortisol and glucose, how are they connected? Let's talk a little bit about glucose now. Glucose, or blood sugar, is your body's natural source of energy. Every time you eat, your body breaks down carbohydrates into glucose, which is then used for fuel to your brain, your muscles, and other systems in your body. But what happens if you haven't eaten in a while? That's where cortisol comes in. When your blood sugar drops, cortisol signals your liver to release stored glucose into your bloodstream to give you that quick energy boost. This process is called glucogenesis. It's a perfectly normal part of your body's survival system. But the problem with that is, When things go wrong and stress keeps your cortisol levels elevated all the time, your body is consistently releasing glucose, even when you don't have enough of it or need it, which forces your pancreas to produce more insulin to bring your blood sugar back down. So over time, this cycle can lead to many things, including insulin resistance. This is where your cells stop responding to insulin because it's like that man that cried wolf or the boy that cried wolf. And of course, it creates energy crashes and then that weight gain that we talked about, especially around that midsection. So if you think of cortisol as your body's emergency gas tank, it's there for when you need a quick boost to keep going, but if you're constantly relying on that gas tank and it empties out, your body is gonna struggle to keep up. So there's this impact, and how does it all feel in real life? Let's break it down. In the morning, you wake up feeling tired, groggy, not hungry. This is because your body has been working overtime during the night to keep your blood sugar stable. Cortisol levels are supposed to peak in the mornings, just like we talked about earlier. But when they're dysregulated, you might feel like you're dragging yourself out of bed instead of springing up with energy. In the afternoon, by mid-afternoon, you might hit an energy crash. This is when you might be reaching for that sugar, chocolate bar, caffeine, or carbs to keep you going. These quick fixes temporarily raise your blood sugar, which can also trigger another insulin spike, leading to another crash. In the evening, at night, let's say, cortisol levels might still be high, making it hard for you to fall asleep, or they might drop too low, causing you to wake up in the middle of the night, and you're unable to relax. So the long-term effects, chronic cortisol and glucose are imbalances that can lead to weight gain, especially around your belly, difficulty focusing, digestive issues, and even mood swings. Over time, it can contribute to conditions like insulin resistance, adrenal fatigue, or even metabolic disorders. So how do you break the cycle? Here are some practical steps. The good news is that you can break the cycle with 4 steps. Number 1 is start your day right. What does that mean? Eating within 30 to 60 minutes of waking up, even if you're not hungry, and having a breakfast that is full of protein, like eggs or even healthy fats like avocado, and a little bit of fiber, like maybe some vegetables, can help stabilize your blood sugar. Drink a glass of water before coffee to rehydrate your body and avoid spiking your cortisol further. In fact, if you can get that protein in before you have your cup of coffee, that's even better. Managing stress throughout your day is step number 2. Take short, intentional breaks, even if it's 5 minutes of deep breathing or stepping outside just to lower your cortisol levels. Take your body out of that stress response that you might be going through. Try the 4-7-8 breathing technique. If you don't know what that is, you inhale for 4 seconds, you hold for 7 seconds, and then you exhale out your mouth for 8 seconds. Move your body can also do this, keeping it gentle. Get up and walk around the block. Or you can even get up from your desk and do some stretching. You can go to a yoga class in the middle of the day. Whatever you need to do, these are really great for cortisol regulations rather than high-intensity workouts when you're already stressed. 3 is gonna be balancing your meals throughout your day. So focus on balanced meals with protein, healthy fats, and fiber to prevent blood sugar from spiking and crashing. And this doesn't just come in the morning. This is for each and every meal that you have. Incorporating nutrients like magnesium in the green leafy vegetables that you have. Magnesium is the #1 mineral for supporting stress. B vitamins in whole grains and adaptogens like ashwagandha to support adrenal health are also phenomenal. I also love to have a cup of chamomile tea at nighttime, which gets me to step number 4, winding down in the evening. Reduce your screen time. This is huge. I see so many people just scrolling and scrolling and scrolling on their phones, especially right before bedtime, because blue light disrupts melatonin production and keeps you in that alert mode. Also, creating a calming bedtime routine, whether it's taking a warm bath, journaling, a cup of herbal tea like I just mentioned, these are all gonna help signal your body that it's time to relax. Sometimes I even like to just dim the lights. So what does small change look like? Let's say you're used to skipping breakfast and diving straight into work. Tomorrow, try having a boiled egg, an avocado, something first thing in the morning. Notice how your energy feels throughout the day. It's these small changes that make a big difference. I want to leave you with this. Your body isn't working against you. It's doing the best it can to adapt to the stress it's under. But when cortisol and glucose are out of balance, it can feel like your body is betraying you. The truth is, you have more control than you think. By understanding how these systems work and making small, consistent changes, you can restore balance, you can improve your energy, and you can feel like yourself again. If this resonates with you, I encourage you to take action. Start with 1 or 2 small changes that you've learned today. Remember, even the smallest step forward is still progress, and your health is worth investing in. Do you want to know about how to read your reports more efficiently? And specifically, how to get the most out of EasyScan? I will be presenting this topic at our virtual Day of Discovery in March. If you don't have your ticket, I highly recommend getting it now. Can't wait to see you there.
One of the most profound experiences that I've actually had with the scanner was within my own household. I have a daughter who just turned 18, and for the last several years, communication with her has been really difficult. She was suffering from some mild depression. She doesn't have the greatest experience with her dad, and so she had kind of gotten involuted where I saw her light dimming. She wasn't communicating a lot. She was staying in her room with the blinds closed. She wasn't hugging me. She wasn't telling me she loves me. And we've always been really close, so it was really painful. And so when I got the scanner, the first thing I did was start doing inner voice with her. And at first, she was grumpy about even giving me the voice clip, but she would give me the voice clip. And because she's a teenager, I knew that I couldn't really depend on her to listen to the balancing harmonics. So I would actually take the frequencies from inner voice and put them onto a playlist and broadcast it to her. And within a really short period of time, I would really say within about a week or so, I could start to see the light come back in her, and I could start to see her face get brighter, and she started communicating more. And even my mom and other family members noticed it. And then she started coming up next to me and hugging me and telling me she loves me. And now she's even sending me emotional, like little emojis on the phone and checking on me throughout the day. And it has just been such a blessing. That was the only thing that we changed. Even though I'm a doctor and she's my child, I can't get her to take any supplements. But doing this, she now asks me to scan her. She reaches out to me, she'll send me a text, "Mom, can you scan me? I think I'm starting to feel a little funny. I'm feeling like something's coming on." And so that's just been amazing to see that change. And it was something that I could definitely tell was specifically from inner voice, because that was the only thing we had changed.